안녕하세요. Hello, Master Marsh from the Virtuous Warrior Academy. First, I just want to start out and say I'm very sorry and sad that we can't get together in person and frame. But during this week of classes, we're going to be going through our Ilshu Shik Soki Deron, which is one-step hand sparring, and then we're going to go through Ilshu Shik Joki Deron, foot, one-step foot, and Hoshin Sol, which is self-defense or grabs. We're going to be going through them in clips of 5. 1 through 5, 6 through 10, so on and so forth. So, before we get into that, I'm going to talk about my feelings about Ilshu Shik and Hoshin Sol. I think they're very, very important in learning the language of karate. I talk about that a lot in the karate studio to all of you students out there, that we need to learn how to speak karate. It's not just the words coming out of our mouth. It's in our mannerisms. It's in our attitudes. It's in the inflection of the words we use. It's in our attitude. It's in everything that we do. That's how you learn how to speak karate. When you're learning how to speak a language, it's the same thing, whether it be the Spanish language or French language or German and stuff like that. The way the person is telling you changes the meaning of the words, changes the context of the words. When you're practicing karate, I believe that when you look at, let's go back, the forms are the books. And you need to learn how to read the language in order to read the books. So when you look at Ilshu Shik and the Hoshin Sol stuff, they're extracted out of the books so you can learn the language. And then you need to learn the context of the language. The same thing with like the Spanish language. Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong or not, but certain words in the Spanish language are male implied words or female implied words. And then when you put those words together in different sentences, have slightly different meanings. Okay? Sometimes you may not mean to do something and you put the words together and it may be disrespectful to them. Okay? So when you're looking at, we go back to forms and you start to look at what you're doing in the forms, the application, you have to look at what the context is. Depending on what direction of movement you're going, okay, you have to look at that context, but you also have to sit there and think about, well, what context are the external entities? So if I'm only fighting one person in a form or two people in a form, where they're at, position, okay, changes the context of what I'm doing in a form, whether it be a joint lock, a throw, a strike, a block. Sometimes your blocks are strikes. Sometimes your strikes are blocks. The side is a good example. You're coming down that Chunan Suramaki. Your first one might be a block, and then your second one might be a strike. Your third one might be a block. You know, you're coming up here, that may be a joint lock maneuver. You know, a shoulder lock or an arm lock or a wrist lock, Z lock. There's so many different things. So when you're studying Ilshu Shik and Hoshin Sol, just look at it as a fundamental way of learning the language of karate. So each form and forms and sets of form are lessons that were going to be told to us as students. So when you look at the individual Ilshu Shik and Hoshin Sol, try to look at the different lessons you would learn in them. So as you go through them, just don't blaze through it. Sit there and just study internally what is going on. When you're with a partner, then you want to, it's internal and external. See what they're doing, their attack, okay? And then as you move up through, you'll learn more, all right? Thank you. Who wants to do that? All right, now we're going to begin Ilshu Shik hand 1 through 5. So, doing it with a partner, and you can do it without a partner. Let's face each other, connect, toss me out. We measure, watch that thing behind your feet. So the partner who's going to be attacking steps back, right leg forms a low block with their left hand. Go ahead. Fight. The kia signifies that they are ready to attack me. When I kia back, that's my signal I'm ready to receive the attack. So anybody out there helping somebody train in karate, the basic Ilshu Shik attack is a stepping punch with the right hand through the nose, through the face. If he loves me, he'll punch me in the face when I key up. Okay? So I want him to step straight through, but he's not going to go blazing speed at 100 miles an hour. He's going to go at a speed that he perceives me to be able to block. Hey! And I come in. So every single Ilshu Shik attack for hand, 1 through 5, is done with a punch. You guys step back. If you do not have a person to attack you, what I do, grab that, is either take a belt, a disc, a saucer plate, anything, and just mark where I would assume that my attacker would be. I face the attacker, the punch is coming in, and I do this. A solo drill, which again, if you look at forms, is a solo drill. So you can do that. Talking about, we're going to start with Ilshu Shik number 1. I'm going to do it this way and facing you. Without an attacker right now. So I'm in Chumbi, my eyes are facing my attacker's eyes. As a punch, my left leg steps back from a Chumbi position to a side stance, which is slightly wider than Chumbi. As I do that, my right hand comes up, my left hand comes in, and I'm rotating. This is the block, receiving the punch. This is here. Rotate. Make a fist, grab, step in, slide, and you elbow into the chest. Talking about that very first movement right off the bat. What can we extract from that? Grab that target. This is what you're going to bring it towards my face. Good. Bring it towards me. So, this is what I extract from it. The arm is not doing the work. Push it through my face. It's the body. The arm is just delivering the work. From here down is doing the work. With my weight shifting backwards, it's getting that hip to come back, which is moving my face slightly out of the center. It gets the waist to rotate. Once the waist is rotated, my elbow is coming back. And this arm, that's what gives it the force to go to here. If you get that down fundamentally on Ilshu Shik number 1, you'll have a lot better understanding. So, go back a little bit. We're going to do number 1 again. You can just use that, attack my face. Hey! Here, again, getting a good side stance. I'm facing him. Arm down, in. You step in. Elbow to the middle of the chest. Thank you. Done facing this way. In Chumbi, I'm stepping back right leg. Your head stays facing your opponent. Grab. Hey! Key up on your last move. Number 2, Ilshu Shik. Again, he steps in for the attack. Hey! Same movement. Getting that back. Come in. This is a horizontal elbow grab. Hey! The next movement, you're coming this way, going to cross-legged stance. So my head starts to go around, gets my shoulders to go around, waist, hip, cross-legged stance. Coming upwards in a vertical elbow, either underneath the sternum and up or underneath the chin. I'll do it off angle, this direction. Coming in, 1, hey! 2. Number 3, Ilshu Shik. All the attacks are right-handed. I'm stepping back, left leg. Number 3. Hold that up with both hands. Come right towards my face. Hey! Here, up, hey! You'd be chopping to the neck. From here, hey! Number 4. Number 4 is another one we can extract a little bit more information out of. Hey! Come towards the face, please. Right through my face every single time. If you love me, you'll punch me in the face. Hey! Here, now. This hand's coming down. This hand's going to punch. I'm trying to rotate on the back of this foot, the front of this foot, and get that hip to snap. Once that hip snaps forward, my waist will rotate forward, and you punch, delivering a punch. Hey! I put that down once. Go ahead, attack me with a punch. Right. Hey! Hey! You're rotating into that. From the side. Hey! Getting that rotation in your waist. Number 5. Yeah, go ahead and grab that, sir. So number 5. We're stepping this way with our right leg. We're diagonal right. We step forward and we step right. If you step forward, it's your front leg. If I step right, it's my right leg. Those are the laws of movement, or the rules of movement in fighting. So as that punch is coming in, I step in front stance that way with my right leg. My hands chamber, saucer, teacup on my right hip. I rotate. This is chopping and punching into a capsule, a vital area. Jaw, orbit of the eye, temple, neck. I'm going to show it this way real quick. Here, this is the way I want you to learn. Step forward, diagonal right with the right leg in front stance. Saucer teacup. Going to rotate the horse stance. Going to chop and punch to the face. Once you do that a couple million times, you'll get into a better flow where it's saucer teacup, boom. As you're stepping down, your foot is in the air, and you're getting that rotation of hips and waist. Once you have all 5 of those studied, number 1, you're stepping back with the left leg. Number 2, stepping back, left leg, cross-legged stance. Number 3, step back, left leg, chop. Number 4, step back, left leg, reverse punch. Number 5, step out. Practice them doing it with the opposite way. So put that target down. We're going to start with 1. Step back. Ollie. Hey! So if I'm stepping this way, I'm on the inside. This would be traditional. He's going to punch traditionally with this side. Go ahead. All right. So punch again. All right. So you can practice them doing the other direction. Doing them on the outside. We can also do them in steps. Go ahead, step back. All right, so any combination, you can make up a lot of different combinations. We'll do number 1, normal. Right. He punches again. Right. And now I'm on the inside, but he punched with his left hand, which is not what we do normally, and I'm blocking this direction. All right, so I come up. Hey, he punches again. You can come in this way. There's different ways you can do this. All right, go ahead, step back. I'm going to show you another flow. All right. You can do it this way. He's going to continue to punch. Hey, so I come in. 1, hey. 2, hey. 3. You can start to play around with your steps. You could have a step slide or a slide step. You can switch feet. You can attack from the left side. You can attack from the right side. Another one I like a lot, and another one I learned from Master Homecheck from River Valley, Tong Sudo, is the flow. You can flow them. Go ahead, step back. Right, so you start with 1, hey! You do 1, and you have to say it. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do it that way. Relax. Other ways you do it, I like to do with the black belts, is he just goes to a fighting stance. He just up like this. We're going to duke it out. Open your feet up a little bit. We're in here like this. We're going to boom, boom, exchange blows. He throws the front hand. Boom. Okay? Number 8. Okay? Sit there and do that. He gets up. He does it again. Hey! Boom. You come in. Boom. Number 1. Same block. Same movements. Okay? He can throw the front hand, backhand. I'm here. Hey! Hey! Okay? Boom. Number 1. You can do different scenarios. You can do different stances. He can go southpaw. Switch. He's southpaw. I'm regular orthodox. Now we're both in open stance. Okay, maybe he attacks that way. Good. You know, coming in. What we're doing. So again, your Il-Shu-Shik hand is just limited by your imagination. Once you learn those 5, learn that language. Learn how to tell a joke in that language. Learn how to tell somebody you're angry in that language. If you're going to be able to talk to somebody, you want to be able to express your feelings. You have many different feelings. That's how you learn a language. You're not just a robot. All right? So that's it for hands. All right. So the next segment we're going to be doing Il-Shu-Shik, Joki Deiron, 1-step foot sparring, 1 through 5. We're going to be doing with the black belt here, Isaac. So, after you bow, you want to measure. Good. He steps back in a low block position with a loud key-up. Hey! Signals that he's ready for the attack. 1 through 5 is a straight punch. Some of the other Il-Shu-Shik foot is not all punching attacks. From this position, don't punch me right now, okay? I'm going to step back, right leg, into fighting stance. I'm actually going to step back slightly farther as my foot hits the ground. That's when I key up to signify or to signal him to do an attack. Number 1 is a front kick. Hey! As the punch is coming in, I'm going to do a front kick to a vital spot. Hey! Rechamber, land in fighting stance in the front. That ends number 1. Back to Chumi, he steps back again. Hey! Number 2, side kick. Again, if I only step back my normal fighting stance length, go ahead and punch, I would probably, he's pretty light, be able to come up, and that's about my extent of my side kick there. So again, number 1 and number 2. What I want to do is the kicks that are linear with this attack. Hey! And step and slide back enough distance so I can come up, deliver a side kick, hey! To a vital area and land in good fighting stance. So again, it's those linear attacks that I really have to take a little bit step back. And Il-Shu-Shik is designed to teach you timing and distancing and how to work with a partner. Number 3. Hey! Number 3 is a round kick. Again, a round kick comes from the side. It's more of a circular kick, not linear the way I look at it. So if I step and slide back, hey! Hey! When I come across, I really miss what I'm trying to do and get my target. So he steps back again. Hey! This time I'm not going to step and slide, but hey! I'm going to try to kick. Hey! Stop before I hit him. Come down in fighting stance for number 3 round kick. 4, spinning back kick. It's a turning side kick, so it's linear. Hey! I step back. I step and slide a little bit to give me that distance. I key up. Hey! He steps. Hey! Land in good fighting stance. Number 5. Step back. Good. Number 5 again. I'm going to step left leg, forward left, in a distance that I can deliver a side kick to a vital spot. Hey! So I step out, gets my hips to turn. My eyes are still on him, but my leg and hips are set up directly for my chamber. Hey! And you come down fighting them in fighting stance. Again, that is a prequel to number 10 when you do the hook kick, the way your hips are rotated. It is also somewhat of a prequel to number 8 and 9 from the angles. Everything that we do builds on each other. Now, with Il-Shu-Shik, you can do some other types of flow. Tell me when I get almost out of angle. Good? Still good? Still good? Right here? Yes. Good. Move back just a little bit. So from here, go ahead, step back. Every time I kick, you're just going to move back a little bit farther. Okay? You do have to attack for the first one. So step back. Hey! So come up 1. Hey! Come up 2. Hey! Come up 3. Hey! Come up 4. Hey! Come up 5. Like step out to the side. Hey! All right, you can do it that way. And I was using left leg and right leg. You can take the same ideas from the hand. Go ahead. Hey! I can step back the non-traditional way. Now I can train the left side of the body. And I can start the combination. Your imagination, it's up to you. You can actually start combining il-shik hand and il-shik foot. So we can do, step back, punch to my head. Hey! We can do, say a number. 3. Okay, say another number, 1 through 5. 4. So I'm going to step back as he attacks, and just do 4 foot. Okay, you can play games like that. Parents out there, other games you can play is the other one I got off Master Home Check is pick a number, or he says, what is it? And a punch, and a punch. So we go back to we'll do kicks. So step back, low block. So you say a number, and then you punch. We're going to do foot. 1 through 5.
2 and a punch.
Hey! 2 is a side kick.
5 and a punch.
Step out to the side. Side kick. Hey. He can say 2 numbers and a punch.
2, 3 and a punch.
Let's step back. 2 is side kick. 3 is round kick. So again, your imagination is the only thing that's going to be limiting you when you're learning the language of karate. Thank you. All right, next segment is 1 through 5, Hoshin Soul, which is grabs. Now again, just learning the language. Il-shik 1 through 5 are all single grabs facing each other. The thing about Hoshin Soul is your partner distance, basically. Your partner distance, some people like to be like this. You're just too far apart. Come on up. You want to be about here. Okay? About an arm length away. Right here. Something, we were discussing something or whatever. Again, we're looking at the context, and somehow we got into a struggle, and I grabbed it. Number 1, I'm going to do it. All the grabs are done with my right hand for testing purposes and when you're first learning them. So I grab his, it's a straight grab. He makes a fist, rotates his wrist towards the opening of my thumb and my fingers. He grabs. Remember number 1, il-shik hand? Where you're using the whole body to do the work. The arm is just there to deliver the work. The same thing. He uses his body to do the work. The arm is just here. Go ahead. And then he chops to the neck. Good. Do it one more time.
Good.
Do it one more time. So I noticed something on it. Go ahead, grab. So, grab your fingers. Keep your fingers on this. Grab, get those fingers to hook this way and use those to pull on the pinky. Go ahead and do that and then maintain that grip that way. When you do that, grab. Here, you should have a lot of force pulling this back. And this is like a catapult. Just release it. Boom. You're pulling it back. If that spring is a catapult, then release. Where do you see that in the form? The Hanji Idon. Come up. I grab. I'm pulling this and releasing. Hanji Idon. Pulling. Yeah, where you key up the elbow. Okay. Again, these are all extracted out of your forms. That's why they gave us this so we can understand how to read the book. Number 2 is a cross grab. Come a little bit closer. Coming in with a cross grab. The side I grab from is the side he steps. The body does the work, moving his mass forward to generate power from this hand to chop mine. Go ahead. Chop down on the arm. That should be up and chop to the neck. Go ahead, do it again. When you go to chop, grab once. Right here is where I'm chopping. I'm using my pseudo part to chop between his thumb and his pointer finger. As I do that, I'm taking my hand that's being grabbed, I'm rotating it to the small portion of the wrist, come through that hand like that. Let's see if we can change that angle. Grab once. Other way, please. So again, as this is simultaneously happening, I'm rotating and slipping through and up. This hand is here. This is a monitoring device. If he tries to do something, hopefully it'll relay it to my brain that something's going on. Okay? That's why we have it there. Number 3. So we went straight, cross, shoulder grab. He brings his elbow up. First thing he does, he wants to bring that elbow up. Like so. He draws a circle around his head. And it's dropping that elbow underneath, rotates it. So he wants to lock the elbow up. He wants to squeeze down at that elbow. Now he wants to grab with the other hand. He wants to stay where he's at, but he wants to move the same side I grab with. You want to move that leg back, but drop your body straight down. You don't want to move the body back, you want to move it straight down. And that's adding leverage to him, which is going to snap that elbow. So again, when you're moving, remember that elbow is coming up, drawing that circle. When I go down, I don't want to go back. I want to go down. I'm dropping down, breaking the elbow. I want to drop down. Where do we see that movement? Shipsu. The very first movement, okay, where I'm dropping down in a position. Yeah, my weight is going this way to cause weight up. I'm changing what the fulcrum point. Basically what I'm doing, creating good fulcrum point. Number 4. So we went straight, cross, shoulder, lapel grab. So his feet are, again, shoulders apart. He's going to rotate his feet and elbow my elbow. He's going to reach around my hand and grab the bottom of it as he rotates. Again, don't get your head on your opponent the whole time. Never turn away from me. Then rotate the other way as you roll it off your chest. Down. Good. Get your in a good front stance. Bend that knee. Again, it's all about force. Good. And he would take his front leg and step back and then do a Toro type action. As he spins, I either get my arm broken or I roll. I'm going to show that on. I'm going to show it on camera. Let's switch sides real quick. So grab my lapel. So for learning purposes, I'm in this big stance. So as I rotate, I'm just going to do it from the waist up. I'm coming into the elbow. This side between the pinky and the wrist, the pseudo part, that's what I'm grabbing a hold of. And I'm still applying pressure. This is coming up. And I'm rolling it. I'm keeping the wrist against my body. I have a wrist lock here. I can just lean forward a little bit. Don't feel good. As that's coming up, I'm going another way. I go across. Let's do have you do from the other side. Again, good stances, good posture. Look me in the eyes the entire time. Boom. Reach over. Come up. Push. Again, you want to be flipped with a fist. Bring your elbow down. Good. Fix your front stance. No crappy touch. Do a jibatora or a hook stance and then twist your waist. And you coil out of it. Coil out of number 4. Number 5 is a belt grab. Review real quick. Straight, cross, shoulder, lapel, belt. He's going to drop his weight again. What does that do? Go ahead, drop your weight. it straightens my elbow out for a second, locks, and immediately he grabs it underneath. He's locking it in position. Again, he's going to step back with that side, the side I grabbed on. Go ahead. And he's just dropping back so he can drop and get more leverage. He pushes my elbow up through my shoulder. Some tidbits about 5 and 3. The reason why you're stepping back on the side that they grab on, go ahead, do number 3. Lock it up, step back on this side. This side is closed. Okay, this side is closed. All right? When you're starting to do Hoshin Soul stuff, think about, it's not your eyes feeding you information, it's your nervous system through the touch to understand where their center of gravity is. Once we make contact, we basically share the same center of gravity. If I move back, he moves forward. If I move this way, he moves that way. So again, it's that tactile movement with our waist and stuff. Again, you'll learn that in your forms on different movements. You may be making contact with someone. We talk about that. What do I talk about that during basics and blocking and stuff? Do you remember?
If the blocks are attacks or not.
What do I say? Your block has what on the end of it? Remember?
No.
Alex, you remember what I'm saying? We always talk about a block has what? What are you feeling at the end of your block?
Release energy, sir.
Resistance. Pressure. If, do a hammer fist to my head. Once we make contact, I look at it as pressure. There's pressure from the outside trying to get in. So that's why I keep this here when I go to do another movement. Ilshashik, Hoshin Soul is the same thing. Right now, he has pressure. You feel the pressure?
Yes, sir.
Step forward and, go into the pressure. Okay, you're releasing that pressure and yanking that back, okay? So it's all about feeling that pressure, okay? External pressure, internal pressure, like a soda. You shake a soda up and you try to squeeze the bottle, you can feel that pressure trying to be released. That's what the Don June is. That's that pressure being released, but there's atmospheric pressure on the outside pushing in, okay? Whether that pushes this way or whatever, okay? Sometimes you have to lift the pressure through. Okay, so you would turn with the pressure through, just like an Ilshu Shik number 1. Or you could go into the pressure. Okay, you could go into the pressure, turn and grab a wrist lock. Okay, there's different things you could do. The flow through 1 through 5, Hoshin Soul, he does number 1. And now we go to non-traditional. So I'm grabbing with my left. He goes number 2. We go traditional. He goes number 3. I try to push out of it. I go number 4 because it's non-traditional. As it comes up, I coil up and grab the belt. So this is traditional way. Good. You understand? So those are some of the flows you can do. You can start mixing them together. So let's do Ilshu Shik. Hand number 1. I'm going to attack you.
Hey.
Boom. He does number 1. I can come in, do a straight grab.
Hey.
He does number 1 with the number 2. He does that. So from here, I can punch, step back, and then do a kick.
Hey.
Okay, you can start playing around with your Ilshu Shik and Hoshin Soul once you learn the language of them. Any questions?
Yes, sir.